本期主讲人来自供应物流部的 Sikala， 他介绍了采购、仓储、物流、销售等部门职责和工作流程。
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. To start with, I want to say thank you for this great and rare privilege and opportunity you have given me to come and stand before great people, the CEO, the managers, and the supervisors from different departments. My name's Wisdom Sikala. As you can see, my name is there. I joined the CCS on the 12th of September 2009. So that means that I've been with the CCS and supply department for 14 years. So today I'm just going to line you through the PPT about how we operate at the supply department. As you can see, that is the structure for supply on how we operate as a supply department. As you can see, we have 4 sections there. As you are aware, supply department deals in a lot of items. As you can see, there is procurement there is supply. That's where suppliers are going to supply goods and services to CCS. I spoke up about the purchase order and the contract there. Then there, the delivery period, about logistics. There is there forwarding, read time, then also there's bill of lading and insurance. Mainly this one comes on the part of logistics where clearing is done. Now on the clearing part, we also have documents that are required for clearing, because as the Chambishi Copper Smelter, we are a law-abiding company, so we have to follow the right procedure as we are importing things into our countries, so that the government don't have to come and shut the company. So we have to follow the procedure as we are doing clearing. These are some of the clearance documents which are used. As you can see there is export permit. So this export permit we normally apply each time we are doing the copper exports. We have to apply for the export permit. Minus this copper export permit, CCS is unable to sell the copper. So we can only sell when we apply for this export permit, and mainly we apply this one through the Ministry of Mines and the Geographical Survey Department. These are government entities we go through when we are applying for this. Then there's the import permit. On the import permit, this import permit is a permit that we acquire also from the government when we are importing the copper concentrate. So the copper concentrate cannot be delivered to CCS, or CCS cannot bring the copper concentrate minus this. These two documents, they are very important for Chambishi Copper Smelter, because we cannot buy copper concentrate, we cannot sell our copper blister and our anodes if we do not have these two. They are also used when we are doing clearing, packing list, the certificate of origin. And there is the warehouse inventory. We also do stock taking. I either spoke about the sales, where we sell our gypsum, we also sell our scrap metal. On the receiving procedure, I either spoke about when we order the items which the end user had requested for us to buy. So once we receive these items, we have to get all the clearance documents from the would-be transporter who has transported that item that we have received. When we get the documents, we have to check if what we ordered is what we have received according to the packing list and the detailed packing list. So after receiving, we have to check if the item which we are receiving is not broken. After receiving the goods and they are put in the system, now those goods, they are ready for issuing. The issuing process effectively starts from the materials coordinator from the end user department, who normally comes to supply department for the collection of the materials. And on this one, we have to make sure that the person coming to get the materials for that department is the right person. This is the material requisition. So this material requisition, this is the one, those personnel you have appointed to come and get the materials. This is the material requisition. they normally come with. On this material requisition, I want you managers to help us, because most of the time, some, they write the project there instead of writing the department. There's M12 so you should always make sure that you help us to write the unit code. Still on the same issue of issuing. Reason why I'm emphasizing on this one, we do have problems when it comes to issuing. I've not come here to speak on the departments, but I'll speak on acid plant. Mr. Z, you help us so much with the guys from acid plant. Mainly with acid, you are going to find that we are going to issue items. We issue the items today. Tomorrow they say this is not the right material. They get this. So you have to make sure that when they are coming to get the items, they come to get the right materials that they are coming. When we receive the items at supply department, there are some items which have got low shelf life, like on the chemicals. Some chemicals, the shelf life is 6 months, 1 year, some 3 years. Like for water plant, there's one critical chemical. It is very important, but the challenge that we are still even having for that chemical is that the read time. And when we are ordering each and every time, there is also the cost of transportation, because for that one, the shelf life is only 6 months, and the water plant only uses 250 liters per month. So when you calculate that, you are going to discover that after 6 months, we have to order only 1,500. So we can't order more to say, no, let's order 3,000, so that next time we don't order, we might end up having the chemicals expiring. So materials will be issued on a first come, first out basis. This is FIFO. This one means first in, first out. Here what it entails, for example, when we receive the barium sulfate for smelter anode, recently we have received the new consignment. So we have to make sure that we issue the one we received at first before we can begin to issue the items that have come. This purchase requisition, we were using it before, but this one now we are no longer using. We are no longer using, reason being that there's the new system. Because the new system has come about so that it can even make our job easy. Once you enter the goods on the system, we are going to escalate them as soon as possible. This one, the purchase requisition is received from the end user department. This I've already spoken about. This one, we are using the new system, where the end user will just put the items on the new system. On the stock taking, normally on stock taking, these two words, I can say they move hand in hand. Inventories are stocks. So now on the stock taking, this is where we check the items that are in the warehouse, so that if need arises, maybe a certain department wants to buy items, because we might end up buying items which are already in the warehouse. So what normally happens when we receive that the material requisition from the end user department, we normally check for the stocks. If the stocks they are available, then there will be no need for us to buy. We just have to get from the warehouse. Now on this, on the stock taking part, normally stock taking we do in 3 phases. At the end of every month, we do the monthly stock taking. We also have the quarterly stock taking. This is all I can say for today, unless there are questions to be asked.
How often do you do this stock taking when you total inventory?
Like I have said, we do stock taking 4 or 3 times. So we do stock taking quarterly.
When we pass through airport security staff, and usually choose some Chinese passengers. Open suitcase, and we followed and opened. Tell us 400 each person.
Just a suggestion on that one. I cannot give you a guarantee to say it will be solved, but I will try with my boss, Mr. Che, CCS, Chambishi Copper Smelter, we are a CAPC client. So I can raise that complaint to ZRA head office in Lusaka. CSCP. Yes. Client accredited. For this one is not for every company, but for special company. So CCS was only approved as a CAPC member last year.